guys, I am right in the practical stages of getting ready to leave. It's Saturday morning and I'm about to take my daughter to her ballet class this morning, and I had this thought rolling through my mind this morning around just how difficult transitions are. Nobody loves to change of scenery, and this is from one bad season to the other. But usually when we are in a good place and we're in a comfortable place and we feel we're in open, spacious spaces, usually when we're in those spaces, we don't want to leave. And to be honest with you, this leaving of America back to South Africa has not been really easy for me. But there have been certain things that I've noticed in all the changing seasons and times of my life where I've literally left one place to the other. There's certain things that have really helped to anchor me and help me navigate those transitions. And I really want to share those with you. And if you're going through any change, whatever the transition that you're making, I hope that these keys will be either something for you to reflect on, that it will actually really encourage you make the transition better. It certainly has helped me a great deal. So I hope that it will be helpful for you today. And to give you a little bit of background as to all the movements and changes and transitions that happened in my life, I left Ghana when I was 12, moved to South Africa, brand new country, amazing experience, but very challenging. Moving to a new culture, new languages, new people, and always feeling like the strange one. And then from then, growing into, adulthood, making moves and changes, moving to becoming a wife, to becoming a mom, moving from a city that my husband and I absolutely loved, a quiet scenery, into Pretoria, which was a real culture shock for us. And moving through that 7 years of really struggling to make life at home. And then surprisingly, actually I have lived in Nigeria as well before, but surprisingly being translated all the way to America, to a place that America was never on my cards of places to come to. And in all those transitions, some of them have been exciting adventures. Some of them have been really full of a lot of emptiness and loss. Some of them have been really confusing. Some of them were like, oh, cross my heart. I hope it's like, when you go on those roller coaster rides and you're like, oh my goodness, okay, I'm on the ride, but I'm just gonna brace myself and just hope for the best. Some of them have felt like that. But one of the first things that have really helped me is that in every season that I move into or come into, I always anchor myself in tons of gratitude. And I think it comes from this place in me, a very playful part of me, actually, to be honest, that loves to find the best out of any situation. My attitude in any new situation is, okay, I'm here, so I'm going to make the most of it. So I started really being intentional about what can I celebrate. Like when we were leaving Pretoria, or even in Pretoria, man, that place was a hard place to be. But I started looking around, what can I celebrate about this place? And even here, as I'm preparing to leave, I got here in America and I'm like, I'm going to enjoy this place. I'm going to celebrate the moment, and I'm going to be so full of gratitude that I'm going to suck out all the life from this season. And that's how I'm going into South Africa as well. I'm like, I'm so grateful for all these experiences and memories I've had here. They're never going to leave me. And so if it feels like a loss, I've actually gained more than I'm leaving behind. So the very first thing that I really anchor myself in is doses of gratitude. It's really helpful. Yeah. I just dropped off my daughter for her ballet, and I thought, let me keep to my train of thought around just navigating transitions really gracefully. And then the second thing I was saying was identifying what your one thing is. And for me, it's always been staying connected in my relationship with God. And so when I'm making transitions, I really make a priority in the midst of all that busyness to really cultivate my safe space, as I call it, or my consistent space, or my life-giving space. And for some people, it may be just staying connected to some really key relationships and making sure that there is that place of unchangingness. Maybe it's a relationship. It could be anything, but just giving yourself that space to identify, this is what I need. this is what I need in the space for you. And then of course it's all the practical stuff, hey, about the planning, where are you going, what information can you gather, how can you prepare well enough so that when you arrive you take out all the schlep of the transition. And I'll share some of the things that we are currently doing as we are moving back to South Africa. So this is really short and sweet. That's what's on my heart. And I think if you focus on these three things, any transition, I think any transition is unpredictable, and so your expectation should be that there will be things that you can't plan for or be ready for. But if you anchor yourself in gratitude, your one thing, and also planning well as far as you can, I think it will make the transition go really much better than it would have been. So I hope these were helpful. Thanks for watching Clairside's Diary. So I want to know what you need. Like, what is your number one thing that has really worked for you when you're making and navigating transitions? I would love to hear from you. Comment below, and I think it would be cool for all of us to learn from one another. So thanks for joining me here on Clairside's Diary. I will see you real soon. Bye bye.
You haven't seen nothing. Yeah,